Take fucking 3 doing this shit. The last take, everything came out nice, and then I realized, because I have a dual monitor setup, that I was recording the incorrect screen. So here we are again. What's up, YouTube? Also, if you guys have not checked it out yet, I did recently drop another cover with a buddy over in Finland. We did release it on his channel, though. I'll link that down in the description. We covered the Plot News' newest, Forgotten. Stripped that all the way down to bare bones, did the full instrumental production. He did all the instrumental and production work on it. I supplied the screams and the editing. Let's dive in here. So, this one was done with my friend Peyton. She had entered in for the Inked magazine competition. I was flattered. She hit me up and wanted me to do the photography work for it. I didn't have a studio at the time. Still don't. Still working towards that. That should actually be coming up here soon. That's for a later video, though. But I went ahead and I rented out a room for us. They already had everything set up for us. It was really nice. Even though I had lugged all my shit into my car, we got there and I was like, oh, I don't need to get any of it out of the car because it's already here. They had a fog machine, they had lighting, a couch, like a setting that we could fuck around with. There was a bunch of stuff that we could play around with. They had soft box lighting. Looking at this, I just really like this one because I think it shows off her skin tone really nicely. It's got those nice warm tones in it. Just the tattoo around her eye and like the triangulated like little hole around her eye. Pop this in the editor. I thought to myself that it looked like a magazine cover, honestly. I don't know how I necessarily feel about that same statement now. I still think that it looks good, but I think that there could also be improvements made. This next one, my buddy Kyle had gotten a bike at the time, and he knew that I shot, so he hit me up. We went to go grab some grub, and went out and shot some photos, and this came out of it. I really like how the sunlight reflects off his helmet there. I'm a lot better with candid shots. I suck at posing people. I'm trying to work on that, especially because I have another boudoir set coming up here soon, and I need to refresh myself on those skill sets a little bit so they come out nice. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I just told him, I just ran around with different angles, and I was like, look this way, look that way, and it came out like this. But yeah, I slid some bars on this one. Really liked how I caught the reflection off of his helmet with this. Thought it was really cool. Yeah, then we went and got lunch after that. Also, I did put this one through Lightroom as well, and it brought out details that I didn't really care for, so I just kind of kept it like this. I think that there are some things that I can do if I ran it through editing again, though, that could really bring out some other really cool details in it. But I also think that those sound like YouTube tutorials that I probably would have to go through. This next one over here is one of my close buddies, JJ's engagement photo. I was flattered when he hit me up for this one as well, because getting engaged is a very important episode in anyone's life. Although we don't really treat it as such these days. Anyways, that's for a whole other video. I really like how this one came out, if I'm being completely honest. Some of the snowflakes in there are definitely photoshopped into it. It was just lightly snowing when we got up there. We went to Red Rocks open space for it here in Colorado. And we went up there. It was just lightly snowing, just enough to be annoying. But I caught this one, threw it in my editor, and I was like, I think that some more snowflakes would make this look a lot better. Overall, I think that I could have still done better with this photo. It was my first engagement shoot, so I did everything that I could to make it the best I could. The story behind this one, though, however, we had planned it out that I guess that they go out to Red Rocks open space kind of frequently. If I remember right, it was like one of their like weekend things or something. They just go up there and hike around. So the plan was I was gonna go up there, get ahead of them, and just start fucking around with the camera, get my settings ready, and just kind of start composing everything, get everything ready. And then he was gonna grab her, go on their hike, which they usually do anyways. Meet me up there, and inconspicuously, they were going to come up to me. I was going, and I mean, it's how it played out. They came up, and I was like, oh, like, you know, how's it going? You know, made some shitty small talk with them. I was like, cool. I was like, well, you guys are a really cute couple. Could I get a couple photos with you? She was buying into it, which was working perfect. I remember our cue was I was going to tell them, hey, if you guys could like turn around, go back to back, I would give him a nod and he would then turn around, and that's kind of how it played out. He wasn't really catching my drift, which was kind of funny. I was, you know, taking their photos and whatnot, and then I was like, yeah, if you guys could like, you know, turn around real quick. I was like, all right, perfect, awesome. I'm sitting there shooting, getting all these angles. I look at JJ, kind of give him the wink, the nod, and he's kind of looking at me, turning awkwardly, and I'm like, yes, go for it. I'm like, now, go for it now. And I'm like, I don't know how much further I can signal this without breaking character. And finally, he caught on, and he turns around. He gets on one knee, and he's like, hey, like, turn around, and this happened. And it was honestly one of the most nerve-wracking moments for me in my photography journey, career that I've had. But it was fun, nonetheless. So that's the wholesome story behind that one. This one was my first boudoir shoot with my good friend Danny. She had already gotten a hotel room, which worked out perfectly because, again, I didn't have a studio at the time, and honestly, the way that the hotel room was set up, the lighting in it, the bed, everything was perfect. I walked in and I was like, fuck yeah. So this photo, I really like this photo for sure. I think I would, looking at it now, I think that her hand closest to the camera here is a little more out of focus than I would like for it to be. But other than that, I really like the warm skin tone. The lighting in the room was great. So I really liked the warm touch that it gave to her skin tone. It's also probably some editing, a little bit of that. But yeah, just while she was doing her makeup, I was getting my settings ready, dialing those in, shooting, and this happened. And I think it's really cool when photos come out like that, and you're literally just dialing your settings in. Moving on to the next one here. Ooh, this one, I got, this last one, I should say, I got while I was in Denver. I like to go up there, just pop an earbud in and shoot street photography. I pop my telephoto lens on so I can shoot from long distances. And it also gives me the ability to kind of exercise my social skills. Go up to people, ask if I can take their photo, and I walked up and started shooting a bunch, adjusting the exposure levels, playing around with things, and I got this, and I thought that it came out fucking sick. And the first thing that came to my mind when I got it, I was like, this looks like an album cover. Might even still use it for something like that one of these days. I think that this one's about a year old, though, if I remember correctly. Threw this one through Lightroom as well, about an hour or two ago, and got this out of it. I still think that it looks pretty cool. I think I have a little bit more to learn about Lightroom. I personally don't really like the grain that it added in the background here. Yeah, what's it called, the bokeh. I don't really like what it added in the background there, but in the foreground here, I really like the whites that it added in the little, I keep wanting to call it a pond, that's not what it is, the puddle. Yeah, I really like that, the white that it added in the ripples and the puddle, and the drops coming out of it. Yeah, I want to get back into shooting street again, for sure. That's one of my favorite genres of photography because I'm really good with the candid shots. And I just think that it's really fun to go and catch life in action. It's also really nice because you don't have people relying on you for a timeline to get edits back. I can just throw it in my computer, and when my ADD kicks in and I decide I want to edit some cool photos and throw them up on the gram, I can do them whenever the fuck I want, which is really nice. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up for this video. Yeah, if you guys ever want any photography video work done, go check out my Instagram. I'll pop that link in the description as well. I don't have anything official up yet. I need to start working on that. That's all a work in progress, but for now, hit my DMs up on Instagram, and I'll be happy to work something out with you. Thank you guys. Peace.